record on this computer. Uh, Good morning, all. We shall start the session of today on user interface test automation with the help of a Python module, PyAutoGUI. Yeah, that we will see a brief introduction about the PyAutoGUI over here. PyAutoGUI is an cross-platform GUI automation Python module. This is basically an graphical user interface automation which is used to control programmatically the mouse movement and keyboard events. All those things can be controlled with the help of programmatically we can able to control with the help of PyAutoGUI module. In order to install that PyAutoGUI, we can use something like a pip3 install PyAutoGUI, and the PyAutoGUI is support has been added from something like Python 2.4 and above, and the versions 2.4 and before is not supported with that PyAutoGUI. And it has been tested on various platforms, something like Python 3.4, 3.6, 3.3, up to 2.5. And it has been tested on Windows, Raspberry Pi, Linux, and macOS. It's completely a cross-platform module that can be used for validation of GUI test automations over here. And it has the various features, something like we can move the mouse and clicking or typing over the application, and it can able to generate or sends the keystrokes to the application, and it has the capability to take screenshot of the given image, and it can able to generate a message box for user interaction with whenever we run with the auto scripts. For example, if suppose we wanted to run that particular test case with something like a password protected, then whenever the user provides that a password, then only that the test suite will run. Like that, we can able to do that with the help of display message boxes. Basically. Here we see something like full high definition screen that we can display. We can take it as something like it has the cursor position, something like it starts from 0 cross 0, which means that the position over here, the position, the mouse I am placing, which is something like a 0 cross 0 point, which is something like x is 0 and y is 0. And this is the point we have x is 1920 and y is 0. And this is the point we have something like a x is 0 and y is 1080. And here it is an point, something like we can say something like a 1920, x is 1920 and y is 1080. This is the 4 points of the screen. If suppose we can place somewhere here, this can be of the screen of here, this one, then it can be 960 cross 540, something like that over here. This is the one that we have the screen and mouse position, something like we have top left, and we have the top right, and we have the bottom left, and we have the bottom right over here. That is the screen, and respective its x and y positions. Whenever we are moving the cursor from here to here, x increases, and whenever we are moving the cursors from here to here, y increases accordingly over here. With this, we are going to manipulate, and we are going to create a screen automations over here. For example, that in order to do the mouse movements, we have the option something like For example, in order to get a size and position, we can use something like a option is called position is the one which provides the output of the current mouse position that we can able to get it with the over here. And maybe I'm going to use the Python console. Yeah. I will clear so that it will be okay. And I'm going to do import Py auto GUI over here. So import Py auto GUI over here. Yeah. Now the mouse position, I'm keeping the mouse position nearer to 0 cross 0, and I'm going to type Py auto GUI dot position over here, and which will provide something like a x is 2 and y is 1 over here, and I'm going to position it on the top right, and I'm going to run this. Now we got something like 1907 and y is 0. Maybe suppose I'm keeping it very closely, and we will be getting something like 1920 that we will get over here. And a similar way we can get bottom left, which will be something like the y is 0 and x is on 1071. And similar way we have right bottom, I kept it over here, and now the mouse position is 1919, and it's something like we cannot keep it at the edge of the screen, which it can go up to 1920 cross 1080 basically. If suppose I am keeping in the center the mouse, and the mouse pointer is something like a 700 cross 485, like that, we will be getting something like the mouse position with respect to the pixel points that we are getting in our screen. And in order to get that the position of the current mouse, we can use the function called position is the function that can be used to get the current position of the mouse pointer. And once we done to get the mouse pointer, maybe we can do something like a movement of the mouse with the help of move to is the function that can be used to move a for example, to move an cursor from one position to move to is the one which will move the cursor to that particular location. For example, I'm going to have something like I'm going to use the mouse pointer is here. I wanted to use something like Py auto GUI dot move to something like I'm going to give 0, 0 over here. Then my mouse pointer is here. I am placing it here. I'm going to move the mouse pointer to the location of 0, 0. X is 0 and y is 0 over here. And I'm going to execute the move to. Once I have executed, my cursor came to here. Everybody can be able to see that, right? My cursor gone to here. For example, I'm keeping the mouse here, and I'm going to execute the mouse move to location x is 0 and y is 0. I'm executing that now, and my mouse came to 0 cross 0 location. Yeah. And this is a kind of a mouse movement can be initiated with the help of programmatically with the help of Py auto GUI module. The same way we can do something like if suppose we wanted to do only the change on the only change on the y direction, not the x direction, and only change on the x direction, not the y direction, that we can able to do that with the help of by providing none. For example, I am keeping my cursor over here. I wanted to go to straight away to this location with only y changes, not the x should be common. X should be same location. For that, I can use something like a pi auto GUI dot, sorry, it was wrong, pi auto GUI dot move to something like I'm going to do something like x is none and y is 0, then the cursor will go to this location. There is no change in the x, none. If whenever we are giving the option none, there is no change with respect to that x position, and only the change on the respective one over here. For example, I am going to have the mouse over here. I wanted to uh, come that to the leftmost direction, and pi auto GUI dot move to something like 0 comma none over here. Now there will not be any movement on the y direction, only change in the x direction. For example, I'm going to execute. Now I got this one over here. It came to the x direction, it has come to 0, and y direction it does not change, it kept at the same point of the y direction basically. And this is some kind of a we wanted to move, and if suppose we wanted to do some animated outputs, something like we wanted to move the mouse very gradually, then we can do the option something we can say by providing the delay so that the mouse will be moved gradually. For example, I am going to give, I have the mouse over here. I wanted to move the mouse to the location of this one, top right corner. Then I'm going to do that. Pi auto GUI dot move to x is 0. No, x is 1920 and y is 0 and is the top right corner is the x is 1920 and y is 0. Then I'm going to give a delay of 5 seconds over here, and the mouse will gradually move from this location to that location in a 5 seconds over here. And now we can able to see, we can see that the mouse is gradually moving and it reaches that location. Yeah, it reaches that the top right corner over here. Something like we got an exception, something like it's we got an exception something like this, and maybe it's something like we are moving to that direction, and the mouse move drag is something like a fail safe. Maybe I'm going to do with the 2 seconds. It basically that moving the mouse gradually, that may create a fail safe. In order to disable, we have to disable that PyGUI auto to false. Maybe I'm going to use Py auto GUI dot fail safe equals false over here. Yeah, and I'm going to move now the cursor from here to there. Yeah, it's something like the mouse moving to the corner position is something like here we have the corner position. Mostly it will be a close kind of a thing, that because of that we are getting this kind of a scenarios. and maybe if suppose we wanted to move it to the x position, maybe we can do that with the option something like 0 comma 0 uh, with 5 seconds over here, and maybe we can see the mouse is gradually moving from the current location to that location of 0 cross 0 in a 5 seconds basically over here. And this something like it provides a movement of mouse over there accordingly, and similar way we can use the mouse with respect to current position relatively. That something like if suppose we wanted to move, my cursor position is here, my mouse position was here, and I wanted to move gradually upwards 500, maybe upwards means I have to give my negative value, downwards means I have to give the positive value. For example, here it may be the count value of 600, and whenever you do increase that relatively positive, then the x will move here. In case of y, it will be moving here like that, and we will see how it moves. And I have that position over here, and I wanted to move by auto GUI dot move to x offset and y offset. Maybe I'm going to move 100 in x and 50 in y over here, and maybe it has been moved from this location to this location over here. Yeah. The similar way, if suppose we wanted to do only y direction movement, we can give the option none, so that the cursor will move only in the y direction. If suppose you give the x direction value and y direction is 0, then it will move on to the x direction only. And if suppose we wanted to get back, then we can give something like a minus. I'm going to give 600, so that x direction 600, it comes left over here. From here to here, it came of 600. Yeah, it's something like move is the command function which can be used to move the cursor, move the mouse pointer relatively from the current location. Move to is to move that current the mouse pointer to that particular pixel point. In case of move is to move the cursor pointer relatively from the current position is used basically. The difference between the move to and move is something like move to basically instead of that it directly moves to that particular point. For example, left to top, it's a 0 cross 0. Whenever we give 0 cross 0, it moves to that location. In case of move, it from the current position, how many x pixel it has to move, how many y pixel it has to move, that is the move function over here. Yes. And we have the option something like a mouse movement with the help of something like a easing function, something like we wanted to make something like a start slow and end fast. Like that, animations can be created with the help of options, something like a ease in quad, ease out quad, and ease in out quad. And basically, ease in quad is the option which starts slow and end fast, and ease out quad is something like which starts fast and ends slow. That we will see how it works over here. Maybe I'm going to use something like by auto GUI dot move to maybe to the topmost corner over here, and I'm going to give 1920 cross 0 and 5 seconds. Then I'm going to do by auto GUI dot something like a option is in quad. Yeah. is in quad over here. Whenever we do, it will start slowly and end fast basically over here. And for example, now we can see it starts slow, it's going fast at the end. The movement is faster at the end, but the thing is, the starting will be very slow. And if suppose we have the option to use is out quad over here, then starting will be faster and ending will be slower. We will see the animations over here, and I have the count cursor over here. I wanted to show something like it's that's the faster, and whenever it's going to end, it's slower over here. This kind of the movement that we can able to achieve with the help of PyAuto GUI over here. And for example, we wanted to do any test automation, how we will do? If suppose we wanted to check whether this file, whenever I click the file, whether this menu is coming or not, and maybe if I click a new project, this one new project option is opening or not, like that we need to test our GUI application with the help of PyAuto GUI. And I wanted to do that the same thing over here. And for example, that for example, the thing is that I am going here, I'm going to press the button over here in order to generate the button. And we can use the method called click is the method which can be used to generate the mouse single button click event at the position basically over here. For example, I am going to have this position over here, and if I generate a click event, for example, PyAuto GUI dot click is the one which basically generates the mouse click event at the current position basically over here. Yeah. Whenever we run this, the click event, we got that click event is generated. I place it to the mouse over here, and I'm just going to enter PyAuto GUI click, which basically generates a mouse click event, and then the respective changes in the UI we got over here. I'm going to press execute this PyAuto GUI.click in the Python console over here, which basically generates an mouse click event. And that click event, whenever we click on a mouse with the file, this menu has to come, that we are getting like that by generating the mouse event from PyAuto GUI module basically over here. The similar way we can do that, we can move to that location and generate the click event, something we can do that with the help of options to that X and Y respectively. For example, I'm having the cursor over here. We have the cursor over here, and I wanted to do PyAuto GUI dot click. Maybe X equal to 0 and Y equals to 0 over here. And once it reaches, maybe the mouse pointer will go there, and it generates the click event over there. Whenever we generate the click event at this location, there is no changes. Maybe we can place something like at this location, maybe 50 cross 50, and I'm going to generate it accordingly. And maybe 50 cross 50. Yeah. 50 cross 50 comes here, and it generates a mouse event over here. Maybe I'm going to use 10 cross 10. Yeah, this is something like this, and maybe this is 10 cross 20, maybe 10 cross 40, like that. Maybe X direction is 1040, that we will see what is happening. X is 40 and Y is 10, then it generates that the mouse cursor, wherever be the mouse cursor, it moves to that location of x40 and y10 at, and then it generates a mouse event at that location basically over here. This is something a kind of generating that mouse events in a programmatic way so that we can do the test automation. For example, how we will do the test automation? For example, we wanted to do the testing of this user interface. How we will do? We will check whenever we click on file whether this menu drop is coming or not. Whenever we click on edit, whether this menu is coming or not, and we have the option something like a view, whether this is coming or not. Like that, we wanted to test. We wanted to generate each and every mouse events or a keyboard events. Maybe I'm having that. I'm going to generate the key event of Alt F. Then there should be a menu should be coming up, and like that we have to generate the mouse events and keyboard events, and then using that we can able to validate that instead of manually doing each and every time. For example, I going to this and pressing and it comes. Like that we can do this automation with the help of PyAuto GUI, which basically generates that the keyboard events, mouse events in a programmatic way so that we can write the complete test cases, and we can confirm that our functionality is working fine. Like that. That we will see one by one on that. And yeah, and for example, we can also generate something, a kind of a option like a right click. We can generate the right click button events, something we can do. For example, whenever we do right click over here, that same event can be generated with the help of the PyAuto GUI in a programmatical manner. So that I'm going to do something like PyAuto GUI dot click. In this, I'm going to use button equals something like a right over here. Yeah, which basically generates a right button click event at that current location. And the similar to that, maybe we can move to that location and we can also generate the right click over here. And maybe I'm going to use something like X. If suppose I wanted to close this automatically over here, I may be giving X equals 1920 and Y equals 0. Then the mouse pointer should go there and should go to here, and it generates a click event over there. Maybe we will see, and I'm going to generate the click event at the right top over here, and yeah, which has been generated, and it asks whether to exit or you sure you wanted to exit. It has been the mouse click event has been generated, and it has been uh, it has been given the close button has been pressed programmatical manner, and it has been asked whether to exit or cancel. That we can able to do that kind of automation with the help of PyAuto GUI. Yeah. A similar way, we can able to give something like multiple clicks. For example, double click, we can able to generate with the help of clicks equal to 2 with the interval 0.25, which means something like we can generate. And for example, I'm having this one, and whenever I press this over here, after some time I press again, the menu has to go away. For example, I'm going to give the option something like x equal to 40 and y equal to 10, and maybe clicks equals 2 over here. And now we will see, and maybe the interval, I'm going to give an interval of 2 over here. And for example, whenever we generate this, the yeah, it's something like the first mouse click has been generated. It has been the control has been moved to the 40, 10, and mouse click has been generated, and we have given 2 clicks over there with the interval of 2 seconds, and it the second click comes after that. For example, I'm going to run it again with the help by keeping the mouse here, and now the mouse goes to the location of 40, 10, and it generates the first mouse event, and after that it generates, after the interval of 2 seconds, it generated the mouse event again. Because of that particular menu gone down. Maybe we can generate that with the help of 3 clicks, and for example we can have something like this. And yeah, if suppose uh, we wanted to validate something like what kind of a automation can you able to do. If suppose we wanted to check, even I am pressing 100 times, it has to come up, the menu has coming up or not, that you wanted to check. We cannot do that by manually by pressing that multiple times, that we can able to generate the click events. Maybe I'm going to give 10 seconds over here with the intro 10 clicks, or with the interval of 1 second over here, and maybe we can see click, unclick, click, unclick, click, unclick, click, unclick, click. Yeah, it has been done 10 clicks, or 5 times it has been seen, 5 times it does not seen. Like that, we can create a test automations with the help of PyAuto GUI over here. And we have the option, the similar way we can generate the double clicks over here with the help of a double click button. For example, if suppose I'm go there and do the double click, what happens is something like it comes and goes. And maybe we can use something like option PyAuto GUI dot double click with the help of the similar way that we can use the x equals 40 and y equals 10. Then double clicks events are generated over here with something like the menu comes and goes in the case of double click over here. And the same way we can do that, the similar automations with the help of PyAuto GUI, that we will see the mouse movements we have seen actually um, over here. And we wanted to do that some kind of a mouse. We want, if suppose we wanted to drag the mouse, for example, we will use that in our case something like we will use drag and drop it somewhere. Like that, if suppose we wanted to create and test the automation with the drag and drop functionality of an uh, of a GUI application, that it has to be validated with the help of drag to, with the help of over here. And maybe I'm going to use it with the help of drag drop. And yeah, and I maybe it should be, for example, if I do something like drag and drop, and it will be like this. Maybe I'm going to do the same over here. Maybe if suppose I do that mouse drag, this will be like this, get like this, and maybe we can see how it works. And I'm going keeping the mouse over here, and I'm going to do PyAuto GUI dot drag drag to maybe something like maybe I'm going to do 40 comma 10 over here, and we will see, yeah, it has been, mouse has been moved. It's something like a drag, there is no drag is present, and that we could not able to see. Maybe I'm going to use something like a automation, something like an interval with the 5, and we will see how it has been done. It moves to that drag over here. Yeah, like this can be like a drag events can be generated, and with the help of auto GUI, that if suppose we wanted to do the drag, either we can do either left button dragging or right button dragging, that we can able to do with the help of something like a button equals maybe right, then the right button, by default the drag will be uses the left button of the mouse. If suppose we wanted to use the right button, then it will uses it accordingly. I'm going to use it the right button now over here. Yeah, it's something like it moves that location. For example, we can use something like it's dragging with the mouse, when the button is pressed, it was dragging like that. Yeah, the dragging is happening with the help of drag to option over here. This basically used to validate that the test automations over here, and maybe I'm going to use, and uh, the another one is something like a mouse down event and up event over here, and it's something like we wanted to generate the mouse down, and then we have to move the cursor and makes that to up. That makes something like the similar events it will be generated. For example, mouse down, and we can move the cursors over here, and then mouse up. This will be some kind of a selection that can be created with the help of mouse down and up, which can be created using this events called mouse down and up can be generated. And we have the option something like we wanted to do scroll the, maybe if you suppose we wanted to do the scrolling of the mouse events, we can use the functions called scroll. The similar way it can do something like a 10 scrolls or one upper 10 scroll or down 10 scrolls, that we can able to generate with the by giving positive and negative values. And as a similar way, we can have the H scroll, horizontal scroll can be generated with the H scroll functions. It can be generated, yeah, over here. Now we will see how we can do a simple mouse events that we can able to do over here. And I'm going to create a new file. New Python file. I'm going to do by, maybe I will copy this. It may be useful for you. Before I close this, I will copy. I'm going to paste it in the notepad so that this may be useful. Over here. And yeah, this is something like we have that option with the Pi Auto GUI, that we have the options over here. and maybe we can write a small application to do the testing, automated testing that we will see over here. And I'm going to use new Python file. I'm going to use this Python. By UI auto demo.py over here, and I'm going to use something like a import by auto GUI over here, and I'm going to use something like import time over here, and then I'm going to use time dot sleep in seconds, maybe 5 seconds. I'm going to sleep, and then I'm going to do something, yeah, kind of maybe I wanted to test this functionality of over here, and maybe I wanted to do that. Yeah. Maybe something like this. Yeah. And once it is done, maybe I'm going to use by auto GUI dot move to maybe I'm going to use something like a y is 100 and x is 50 comma 100 over here, and sorry, it becomes 1000, and I'm going to use some kind of animation 5 seconds, and then I'm going to use something like a by auto GUI dot click over here. At that location, it's going to generate a click over here. And why we have given the sleep? For example, we are running with the PyCharm IDE, but we wanted to do the test automation on Microsoft the PowerPoint. With this we have considered as a application to test. In our case, that we wanted to do that, I'm going to use this as the option to run it over here. I'm going to run UI auto demo. Once it is started, I moved that over here, and after the time, the mouse movement will start accordingly. Yeah, the mouse movement is started, and it goes to that location, and it generated the click on that location. And basically this generates the output something like that we got it over here. And this kind of automations can be done. Maybe if suppose we wanted to click on this over here, and we wanted to do that with the help of maybe this is something like it can be a pixel 100. Here we have the 100, maybe it can be a 60, and maybe we can do that with the help of this one 60 over here. And I'm going to run the UI auto demo, and I came over here by placing the cursor, and it started moving. It gone to the location, and the mouse event has been generated, and it has been opened or not, that we can able to take a screenshot, and we can do the comparison whether that action provided the respective result or not, that we will see in the upcoming session over here. Yeah, this basically we generated that movement over here. Maybe we can do that movement without this as well, that without the without gradually moving directly, we can move one click. That also we can do that. For example, yeah, like this, that the movement has been should happen, and we have to capture that once we generate the event, and we have to compare with that our manipulations, and we have to confirm our each test cases are running fine over there. And we wanted to have the similar way we can create something, a kind of keyboard events can be generated uh, with the help of something like press is the function which can be used to generate the keyboard events. For example, we can use something like, I'm going to use uh, maybe here we wanted to come over here, and something like a mouse click, and then it has to generate uh, the enter over here. And for example, for that I'm going to have something like the current position is, I'm going to have it as it is, and instead of, maybe we can create another one, and I'm going to create a new file, new Python file over here, UI auto demo 1.py over here, and I'm going to copy maybe the first 3 lines. I'm copying over to here, and then maybe we can, I'm going to use something, yeah, kind of by auto GUI dot press over here, and the thing is enter, and I'm going to generate again same enter over here. Yeah, I'm keeping the cursor currently over here, and I'm going to run this alt R over here, and I'm going to do run, and UI auto demo 1 I'm going to run, and I'm moving to this. After 5 seconds, yeah, we got the enters has been generated automatically in this application. Something like we have placed the cursor here, and it has been generates the enter first one, and the next enter key has been generated automatically in the program, basically over here. If suppose we wanted to do some automation, that we can able to do that over here. And for example, if suppose we wanted to do some kind of automations, something we wanted to do that with the different keys, it can be generated with the different keys. Key press and key down, key up events can be generated with the help of PyAuto GUI key events accordingly. And we have the something like, if suppose we wanted to generate a hotkeys like a Control Alt Del, or something like a Control C, Control V, like that, we wanted to generate the hotkeys that can be generated with the function called hotkey, basically over here. And if suppose we wanted to have some kind of options, what are all the button option, key option that can be given, that we have the complete list over here, like a control CTRL, shift left, shift right, A, B, C, D, X, all those things, the supported keys are present over here. And the similar way, we have the option, something like we can provide a simple message box with OK. The PyAuto GUI contains a feature of message box function, which provides something like a simple message box with OK button, and we have the confirm, OK and cancel button, and we have the prompt button with the text input. We have the password with the message with password input that we can see over here. And for example, I'm going to use the Python console itself. For this, I'm going to clear all, and we can use import PyAuto. I'm going to mute all. Yeah, PyAuto GUI over here, and it has been imported. And I'm going to use PyAuto GUI dot alert with the text equals something alert box, and we have the title is maybe a message box, and whenever I am running I got a message box over here, and something like message box is the title, and which has the alert box OK over here. And similar way we have the option something like confirm PyAuto GUI dot confirm over here with the text equals maybe wish to continue over here. Title can be automation, and we have the buttons that we can able to give the buttons OK and cancel over here. And for example, buttons equals something like we have the option OK, and we have the option cancel over here. And once it is done, maybe we got the option something like a title is the automation, wish to continue, and OK or cancel over here. That we can give something like if suppose the test cases are not going fine and we wanted to terminate and we wanted to get the user input whether to continue or terminate, that we can able to get with the help of information. Whenever we do that, click on OK, we will be getting that outputs over here. We can in order to receive and handle, maybe we can use something like a return value equals, maybe I will use the return equals over here. Yeah, then the value return will have the string whether it has been clicked with the OK button or cancel button over here. If suppose we have given some whatever value we have given over here, that will come. Maybe it's something like yes and cancel. Yeah, wish to continue, yes over here. If suppose we print and return, we get the option like yes over here. That we can confirm which button has been clicked by the user, that we can able to get it over here. Now we have seen something like with respect to the cursor, we have moved to this point and we have generated that event. But the thing is, in the real time, we will be having this whenever we are doing on some machine, this can be position of 100, 40, and 20 over here. Some machine will have a bigger size, and that will be it can be a 60, 10, 20 like that. That can be a different location. If suppose we wanted to do the automation, we wanted to locate our button, and then we wanted to provide generate the click. For that, we have the option in Python PyAuto GUI, which is something like a screenshot. And before that, we have the option something like a PyAuto GUI has the option something like locate on screen. It's something like where this particular button or option is present inside our screen, and go to that location is the locate on screen. For example, if suppose I wanted to do something like this, maybe I'm going to do snipping. With the help of snipping, I'm going to do where is this file is present in our screen. It has to be detected. For example, I'm going to save this into the Python program as a file.png. is the file I have saved. I wanted to do that locate on screen over here. For example, this has to be located. I'm going to use another one. New Python file. I'm going to create something like a UI test UI auto demo 2.py over here, and inside that I'm going to copy. Sorry, I just copy up to 5 seconds over here, and once it is done, maybe I'm going to use py auto GUI dot locate on screen, something like a the file name is file.png over here, and I will get that option something like once it is received, that option will be a button location, and button location that we can able to get it on this, maybe location equals this one, and it has to get something like print of location over here. And I'm going to run this test automation, and it basically detects where this file.png is present in our which is similar to this file.png. This is the one. Basically, this file content is going to be checked in complete screen area, and it detects the location where this kind of a button or this kind of a image present in the current screen, that we are going to check it over here. And I'm going to run this, run UI auto demo 2, and I am moving to this one. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I hope that our program will be get executed, and we got the option something like this is a location of box. It has been present with this file. Maybe if suppose I'm running here locally over here, and yeah, we got none, because this kind of a file with background color, this one is not present in this in the current screen. Because of that, it could not able to locate on the screen, and it provides the none value. If suppose it located that image resemblance in the screen, it returns that the box complete box information that it will provide onto the screen, onto that value. For example, I'm going to run it again over here, and I moved my system to this, so that the file.png similarity will be checked on this current screen, and where it was present, that will be detected, and detected location will be provided over here. Yeah, that maybe we got the output over here. Yes, please. Yeah, that's okay. If suppose we wanted to do that, something like we got the box where it has been present in the UI, and we wanted to do that the center location of the screen of the box, that can be taken with the help of the pyAutoGUI.center, which provides the center location. We got the output. If suppose I'm going to do location not equals none over here, and I'm going to use something like pyAutoGUI dot center, and which I'm going to give the location of center, which provides something like a center value. Yes, please, Nitish Kumar, you have any doubts? Okay, fine, that should be fine. And maybe the location point over here. I'm going to save point equals to this, and maybe I'm going to use something like a kind of a Pi auto GUI dot move to, then a point dot x comma point dot y, and it has to move gradually. Maybe I'm giving 5 seconds, and then once it moved, I'm going to use Pi auto GUI dot click over here, over there. Yeah. Now we will see that I'm going to run this. Run this UI test demo over here. Yeah. Once it got detected, and we are moving to that location file, and it generates the click events onto that. If suppose we have multiple buttons, we can check for that button, and the output we can take it accordingly over here. And once it is done, once we generated that, the mouse click events over here by locating on the screen, and we can use the option to take the screenshot of the screen. In order to take the screenshot, we can use maybe in a Linux we need to install additional packages, but in Windows we does not need it. For example, I wanted to do the screenshot after the button has been clicked over here, and I'm going to use something like a screenshot, and I wanted to save that. I wanted to do that with whether we can do the screenshot with the help of just a screenshot with the IM, and then Pi auto GUI dot screenshot over here, and it can be taken with a screenshot. Or if suppose we wanted to save that into the some location, I'm going to use the I'm going to give screen dot PNG over here. Yeah. Now I am going to run this. Maybe I have, yeah. I'm going to run this. And after 5 seconds, it may locate, and the cursor will move to that location of file over here, and it has been generated, and it will take the screenshot. Maybe we will see that location wherever we have, whether screen.png is created. Yes, screen.png is created with the screenshot of this over here, and which means that this takes the screenshot, and we can get the output over here. Maybe for example, this is we have taken immediately after the click, and maybe we can give some time delay over here. Maybe time dot sleep for 1 second, and take the output over here, and maybe we will see how we are getting. And I'm going to 5 seconds. After that, it has to move to that file pointer automatically by gradually moving with the 5 seconds, and it reached that location, and it has been changed, and it has taken the screenshot. Now we will see how the screenshot looks like over here. Yeah. After a second, the screen has been changed to this one, and we can confirm with this over here. And for example, that if suppose we wanted to do the simple thing, whether there is a change is happened or not, that we can able to do the confirmation over here, and over there accordingly. Yeah, it's something like if suppose we wanted to do the take the screenshot, and maybe I'm going to use something like we have the option whenever we can see something like we have the option whenever we make that cursor onto it, there can be a small change in color. We suppose we wanted to check whether the change in color has been happened or not. Whenever we move to that location, we wanted to check. In that case, maybe we can use some kind of option. Maybe I'm commenting this click event so that the click event will not be generated, and we wanted to check only that the PyAuto GUI screenshot happening over here, and maybe I can take that screenshot on that location, on that button area location. That time we can able to do that with the help of the screenshot. Maybe this can be present. I'm going to comment, and after it reaches to that point, and we can have something like im equals PyAuto GUI dot screenshot of something like a region equals, in the region equals, maybe we can give the option something like we have the option something like location dot left, sorry, yeah, we have the option something like location dot maybe I will give the region option. It's a location over here that we will take the screenshot, whether how we will see an auto GUI, and it's going to move to that location. After 5 seconds, it will start moving to that location. Yeah, it started. It reached over there, and it has been taken the screenshot. Unknown file extension. It has been taken like a location, not the screen. Maybe I'm going to give region equals location, and now we will see. Yeah. It's started moving to that location, and we are going to test something like with the screenshot of that location, and we can take that out, that we will see that we got the output over here. And maybe I'm going to use something like a s1.png over here. I'm going to give it's a s1.png with the region over there. I'm going to run this. Yeah, this maybe created something like the screenshot. s1.png should be present when we are taking s1.png. It is something like we got this output, something like we got something over here, and we can compare that our screen, our expected result with this. We can do the complete test automation accordingly over here. Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. And then we have the option something like a locate on screen, and similar way we can do something like a locate center on the screen, which directly provides x and y values of the key values, that we can able to do that with the help of locate center on screen. For example, if suppose we wanted to do the matching of colors, in that case we can use something like functions called pixel matches color 100 cross 100, and maybe we can use whether that, for example, we are going to this location. Once we gone to that location, the color got changed. maybe we can check whether that color has been changed or not by matching that pixel matches at that color or not, that we can able to take that color and we can matches with that the RGB color option we are giving, and we can able to take it out and we can match, and we can confirm that this test cases is working fine over here. This provides some kind of a graphical user interface automations over here. Yes, Sai Vignesh, have any doubts? Okay, fine. Basically, this we have something, yeah, kind of a UI test automation with the help of PyAuto GUI. It's how we will do that automation. It's something like we have to generate the mouse event, we have to generate the keyboard events, we have to generate the uh, mouse click and double click. That kind of a different events can has to be provided to that GUI application, and respective outputs has to be captured and it has to be compared basically over here. PyAuto GUI provides a flexibility to generate the different events like mouse events and keyboard events basically, and we have seen something kind of started with that flexibility, something like a screen positions taken care in the PyAuto GUI. It's something like left left top is considered like a 0 cross 0, and right top is considered as 1920 cross 0. And we have right left bottom is 0 comma 1080, and right bottom is 1920 cross 1080 in case of a full HD screen display over here. And it has the different member function or functions which provides something like to get the position is the one to get the current position of this mouse pointer, and we have the option something like mouse. In order to move the mouse, we can use move to and move function. Move to is to move to that absolute location, and move is the one move relatively to that from that particular current location over here. And we can generate the mouse movements with the option something like a easing quad and animated are gradually moving the mouse over here. And we have the option something like to click, generate the click events with the click right button, left button, click 2 times, 3 times with the interval that we can able to do that. And we can do the double click as well. And we can also have the option to drag the mouse from with the help of drag option. And we have that the mouse down and up even can be generated accordingly. And we have the scroll option over here, and we have seen how can we generate the keyboard even something like a keyboard press, enter, F1, left, different kind of the keys it has been generated, can be generated. And we have the option like a hotkey which can be used to generate something like a control alt del kind of a keys or a control shift escape, like that the combination of hotkeys can be generated. And these are all the keys supported by PyAuto GUI. And we have the message box to receive the user input or receive the user interaction during the testing. And we have the option to take the screenshot with the help of screenshot function. And we have the option to locate an image on that screen. For example, you have the button. For example, we can take the option something like a calculator is the, maybe we can take, we will take it. Calculator is the option, and we wanted to do something like a kind of a thing, something I'm going to use. I'm going to do the automation. Yeah, which is 7. I'm going to save as this one 7.png over maybe I'm going to use 7.png. And I'm going to use new one, 7 multiplied over here, file save as multiply.png, and new one, maybe I'm going to use the same 7 and I'm going to create equals over here, file save as equal.png over here. Now we can run our program something like this. Maybe I'm going to create a new one, new Python file, and UI test UI auto demo 3.py over here. I'm going to copy this over here, and I'm going to do that option something like do the option. I'm going to locate the screen, locate maybe location 7 equals by auto GUI dot locate on screen of something like we have the option. The option is something like 7.png multiplication.png equal.png over here, 7.png over here, and location, I have the location multiply m equals over here mul.png, and then we have the option location equal I'm having the option location e is the one equal dot png. And once we have all these things, if suppose I'm going to do if location equals none, or if I'm going to check something like all or none or not. Maybe we can use something like a we can use the operators over here, something like location or and something like a location m equals none, or something like a location e equals none over here, and all or none, then we can use print, and then it it cannot detect the location over here, and else case I'm going to use something like all are not equal to none. Then maybe I'm going to use something like I'm going to generate the events accordingly over here, and which is something like I will move to that location with the help of over here, and I'm going to use the location the point equals something like a pi auto GUI dot maybe a center over here, sorry, center. In that I'm going to give a location 7, and I'm going to move that location to that pointer over here with the help of maybe pi auto GUI dot click on that location of point dot x comma point dot y over here, And similar way, I'm going to use something like I did 7, and same way I'm going to use location multiplication, x and y, and I'm going to use again over here the location 7, 7 into 7, and I'm going to generate the location equals over here. Now we will see how it behaves over here. And I'm going to run this, run UI test automation demo 3, and I'm going to move it to that location. 7 unsupported operand. Okay, maybe I wanted to do something. The or operand is something is missing, and maybe I'm going to arithmetic operators and bitwise operators. Bitwise operators cannot be done on that over here, and the relational operators, bitwise operators cannot be done over on the none over here, and maybe that maybe I'm going to assume something like we will all get the values over here, and maybe I'm going to use this directly. We will check, and if suppose any errors over here. Where is this calculator? Yes. Yeah. It has been generated. Location E is not generated, and location E equals, it cannot be generated. Maybe I'm going to create a new one. New. Maybe I will capture it with a small over here, and file save as equal dot png. Over here, and I'm going to run it again. Yeah, it's something which was something like I'm going to clear it again. Now we can see something like I'm going to run UI test automation. Yeah, it's something like it feeds something like 7 into 7 equals, it generates that output, and maybe we can take that output, we can compare. Like that, we can do the automation of user interface. For example, how fast it does. Yeah, like that, we can generate multiple events, and we can do the testing at a faster manner, and we can validate that application is works at a very faster rate basically over here. And it seems that something sometimes equals is directed, sometimes not directing over here. Yeah, maybe because something like I'm going to, maybe we can do that. Thus, I'm going to run it again. Yeah, equals is not detecting properly over here. Maybe um, sometimes it's detecting, sometimes it's not detecting. Maybe I'm going to do full screen. Now we will see. Run UA test automation. Equals, detecting the equal is uh, I think okay. I think there's something. Uh, the reason is that whenever we move the mouse to here, and this becomes little darker, because of that it was not detected properly. Maybe we can use something like I'm going to use plus itself over here for equal, and maybe file save as equal.png over here. And if suppose I'm running it again, it's yeah. Yeah, like that we can able to generate the events accordingly over here, and we can able to make that testing of user interface automatically over here. Yes, that yeah. This provides the complete basic overview about the PyAuto GUI and how can we do the automated testing of user interface application that we can able to we have seen over here. Uh, Please feel free to ping me in case of any doubts over here. Yeah, I did not share. Use or directly. Use or directly, it's something that we can see something over here, and maybe the bitwise operation, it's something we can say uh, mm, yeah, that we can use maybe or operation, it's something that we can able to do that uh, or over here, that maybe provides some kind of outputs instead of doing the logical bitwise operation. We can use something like a logical operation of or over here. Yes. Yeah, it detects 7, but it does not detecting other locations. Maybe we can use something like 7 into 7 into 7. Maybe I'm going to use instead of location E, maybe I'm going to use 7 into 7 into 7 multiplied over here, and I'm going to run this. Yeah, like that maybe we can able to generate that the outputs accordingly over here, and maybe I'm going to run it again. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going to do clear. How? Maybe standard. Now we have the option. I'm going to do run it again. Whether it detects 7 or not, that we will see. Yeah, it's actually this is in programmatic earlier, and maybe we can do that run automation. Yeah, something like 7 into 7 into 7, 7 into 7 into 7, like that. It has been generated that we can able to add this kind of automation that we can able to do that with the PyAuto GUI accordingly over here. With this, we are winding up our session today, and please feel free to ping me in case of any doubts over here. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for attending the session. Yeah. In case of no doubts, maybe we can wind up this today. We will see on tomorrow. Thank you.